Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. We are back. We are back once again. We got a special guest of the night in the house tonight. Shout out to the Mailroom Goons and the Mailroom Nation. Professor Mail and Mail, the Hood Postman. You know the vibe. And look who we got, y'all. We got Auntie B.
That's, that's right.
We
How
got
you
my
doing?
girl in here tonight. Man, what's good, Bridget? How are you today?
Oh, I'm trying to live. I'm going through Compton right about now. Body
You know
armor.
that can be tough. Now,
It's tough out here right now.
from the speed bumps to the Negroes. Take,
Ooh, I'm
pick,
just
pick
sliding
your
through.
poison.
It's
Shout out to the
dangerous.
Mailroom Nation. Shout out to the Mailroom Goons. I
Right.
welcome you guys to the platform. We got my girl in here. We got Bridget. Bridget Scott, man. Bridget, we go back. I mean, to the days of Compton, both of us from the 70s, 80s to the 90s.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. But first, let me give a shout out to my homeboy's daughter, my homeboy Tyrone Johnson. He got a daughter named Tiffany Johnson, who's been up for an NAACP Image Award for the best new director. She is a film director. So shout out to Tiffany Johnson. She's from
Shout out
Compton,
to you,
y'all.
baby
I'm
girl.
talking about
Praise
Compton.
God.
We stay on fire. We stay
That's
on fire.
right.
Shout out to the ball
I'm
game on
proud
in
of you. Don't
the
even know you, and
but
I'm proud of you.
yeah, 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 there you go. There you go. Let me wait a minute. Let me grab my headset and see if that's working for me. Let's see. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool, cool. Now we won't work with that. But anyway, tonight, man, I've been waiting for this interview for quite some time.
Quite some time. Quite some time.
Yeah. So, but let me shout out a couple of my guys from that side. Shout out to Keely Welch.
That's
Shout out
right.
to Mike T. Shout out to my boy Hook. You know me and my Hook. We go way back. Shout
Right.
out to Mike T. Shout out to Lil Willie. Shout out to Hogan. Shout out to Cricket. Man, and shout out to your brother Mike Scott and Aunt Malone, man. They're my
Right.
dogs right there. But Bridget, where do you fit? How many brothers did you have growing up?
I have 8 brothers.
8 brothers.
Yeah.
How many girls was in that family?
4.
4. Man, that must have been something because all your brothers was riders. Take no mistakes on that. You know,
I was the tomboy.
you was a tomboy. So let's get a little background. Where did you grow up at, Bridget?
Compton, Nutty Block, all my life.
All your life.
All my
And
life.
what schools did you attend?
I attend Longfellow, Walton, Whaley,
Whaley?
yeah,
That
Tubman,
must be
Compton High, and
Whaley.
Dominguez.
Whaley had to be quite an experience because I went to Whaley and it was an experience for me. That had to be a little different right there.
Yeah, yeah, it was different. You know, my brother Mike, he had a fight every week, but he held his own. But
Yeah.
yeah, I went to Whaley. Me and Sylvia Nunn was best friends. That was my dog.
Oh man,
We
shout
was
out to
from the
her. Shout
opposite
out to
side
her.
of the tracks, and everybody knew it. That was my dog. That was my sister. Me and Sylvia Nunn, that was my dog
Right,
for
right,
real.
right. Well, let me
Yeah.
get a wisdom right quick before we get too ahead of myself. It's Wisdom Wednesday, you guys. So to get to the top is a battle to stay at the top.
Exactly.
The, is the difference is how do you win the war? You know what I mean? Because getting to the top is a battle. To stay at the top is a whole different war. And that's what we got to understand when we in this life. You know what I mean? Because so many of us take it for granted. So, so growing up school, you went to Whaley, you went to Walton. So let's back up a little bit. I want to back up to the Crip Connie days and the Terry, because Terry Horton used to have a crush on me back in the day. But
Shit,
them
Terry
two
gonna beat
ladies
you
right
up. You better
there,
not mess with Terry.
man, that lady used to be on.
Terry wasn't no joke.
No, no. So talk to us about Crip Connie, then we'll get into Terry.
Okay, okay, man, Crip Connie. That's a living legend within herself. That's a living legend within herself. Connie didn't take no wooden niggas nickels. She was just like the niggas. She earned her name, though. She got her name. That's why they named her Crip Connie. She earned that name. You know, she was
And
knocking.
did you
She
guys
was
actually
knocking
go to
out
school?
niggas. Connie was older than me though. I'm the
Oh
baby
yeah.
of the bunch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So how many years older would she have been of you?
Let me see. 59. Her and my brother, her and Greg used to be real tight. She'd probably be like,
Lil Greg?
it was, yeah, her and my brother Greg was real tight. They hung together. So she'd probably be like 60, 60, what, 3, something like that.
Yeah,
If she'd be
63,
alive.
64. Right.
Uh-huh. Right. Mm-hmm. If she'd be alive, she'd
So
be about that age.
so your brothers was let's see, Chauncey, Aunt Malone,
Mm-hmm.
Lil Greg, those are the ones I knew, and Frog Dog and
Right.
Mike Scott. But you
Right.
had what, two other brothers or three other brothers?
3, Chauncey. Mm-hmm. Reggie. And my mother raised Boot Hill Reggie.
That's what I was gonna ask you about Boot Hill, because a lot of people don't
My
know
mother
about
took
Boot
my
Hill
mother took
Reggie.
him at 13 years old.
Uh-huh.
My mother took him in at 13. That was her son.
Wow. So was it true about the stories about Boot Hill Reggie? He used to come out early in the morning and stand on the laundry off by the laundry center by Boot Hill and say, "This is Boot Hill." You early in the morning.
All down the laundry with a blue rag on his head. One hanging out his back pocket. Yep.
How old would Boot Hill Reggie be right now, Bridget?
If he was alive, he'd be about 70 something.
Wow.
She
So
said, if
Boot,
Boot
Boot
Hill
Hill
was
Reggie.
alive, how old would he be? 70, huh? About 70.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So how did Boot Hill Reggie pass though? I never
He
knew
had a
that.
heart. He had a heart attack.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he
Rest
had a
in
heart
peace to
attack.
Boot Hill Reggie.
Yeah, he had a heart
Oh,
attack.
yeah,
Yep.
I knew about when he took over the whole Boot Hill apartments. Everybody was living in the Boot Hill apartments for free.
Oh yeah. Boy, I used to hate to go over there when we was little. He used to have to babysit. But it was fun because I ain't never seen stuff like I seen over there. People was coming over there with turbans on their head, with earrings hanging right here. I didn't even know what that mean. I'm like, what they got on turbans? They had on turbans, blue rags everywhere, hanging in the front of the apartments, wine bottles in their hand. Oh, they was serious back then.
Hey.
Did you used to see Bitter Dog Bruno out there as well?
All the time. Bitter Dog Bruno and my mama went to school together. Elsie, they went to Jefferson High together. Rest in peace, Elsie. Rest in peace to
What?
Bitter Dog Bruno mother.
Right, 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 right. Miss Dixon. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace to Miss Dixon.
She didn't play. Bruno used to be in front of the apartments, half pint. I remember a lot of stuff. Them cats
Yeah,
was
that's true,
something
Mike
else.
Mark. She did the interview with me and Kev Mack on in the Grammys that time. Somebody asked me that question. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what was it
So
like? What was it like during that time? Because you guys had Wood Rat, and we cannot mention the Grammys or the Boot Hill or any of that stuff without mentioning Wood Rat. What was Wood Rat like?
that was really their baby. That was the baby of their crew. Wood Rat and Glue Baby. This dude named Glue Baby. I
Yeah, I remember
remember
Blue
real
Baby.
good. Wood Rat was the baby of their bunch, so they grooming him. He ready. He was ready, they was, Warrat was something else. He was, I think Warrat was a year older than me. We call ourselves liking each other. He used to come up to the school. If you don't come out, I'm gonna come into class and stuff. Stuff like that.
Right.
Hey, we used to do some stuff. That can't have you doing a lot of stuff. But that was like one of my best friends, my ride or die.
Right. What about
Mhm.
little Ronnie, Bridget?
Oh, I talked to him at Rebo funeral. He just got out.
Rest
Couldn't
in
even
peace,
work
Big
his
Rebo.
phone while we was at the Rebo funeral. He just got out, and we was out there chopping it up. He trying to get back into the groove of things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just seen him too. Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's something because a lot of those guys been gone for quite some time,
He
when
been gone
when
a long time.
Suma and your brother came home, of course,
Hmm. Yeah,
been gone
Summer
like
doing real good. Got a real good job. He doing real good.
yeah, he had did about 40 years, right? 40 plus.
Yeah, long time.
That's
Long time.
OG light bulb for all
Mhm.
those who don't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's talk about Terry Horton now. How good of a friends you was Terry you and Terry,
I slept in their bed, so we got to be like sisters, right?
right?
Shit, I was scared of Terry Horton.
Now Terry had hands.
Terry
Terry had
had
hands.
hands. Terry had hands. Her and Connie used to argue all the time, but they never would fight. Terry had hands. I used to say, "Oh, here come the bully. Let's run." We used to run from her, right?
uh
But as I growed up, it was totally different, right? Yeah,
uh
Terry was cool. That's like my sister. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, she lived in my house with me and Alvin Trasvant and Linwood, where Turtle and them used to come on Josephine. She
uh
lived with me for a while, before she died. So yeah, we
Wow.
go way back.
Shout out to the mailroom. Shout out to DJ Vegas, Marlena Williams. Man, it seemed like yesterday that I just seen some of these people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now they're gone, you know what I mean? I often just reflect on back of that, you know what I mean? So when did you got into low riding? What inspired you to get that? You got that pink big body Cadillac.
Ooh, let me tell you what inspired me. I'm on Long Beach one day. It went down on Long Beach Boulevard. I said, I'm about to bust me something. See, Mom's was the first one. I really was the
She had
second
the
lady
six
that
five.
came up. Huh?
Mom's had the six
Yeah.
five.
Yeah. I got a picture of her with it right now. And I
Uh-huh.
said, I seen her. I said, I'm about to bust me something, right? So I had a little raggedy Marty Carlo. I thought I was low ride with the Marty Carlo. As time went on, I said, I'm gonna give me a 1996 big body. And I put it all together by myself.
And that's the year too. I like your color scheme too. I mean, it fits. That pink
Yeah.
and that white. What you got? A pearl in that?
A blue pearl.
A blue pearl.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
working
I can
on it
see.
right now. So when I come out, I ain't finna play.
So you actually the vice president of your car club, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Vice
And what's the name of
president.
your club?
Compton Finest.
Compton Finest. How many
Yeah.
members in Compton Finest?
I don't really know because some of them died, a lot of them dropped out. We was trying to start our own, me and Alvin and Larry Dunbar before both of them died, and I just lost interest. I lost interest in low ride, but
Hmm.
I'm about to come back out. I already got
Okay.
the car club I'm gonna get in, I think. So I'm just out here researching, but I'm about to come out, but I'm gonna make sure that thing is clean when I come out.
Okay.
Cause there's a lot of
Okay. Are
ladies
you gonna
out
keep?
there
Are you
though.
gonna, are you gonna keep it the same color? Or are you gonna change the color scheme?
No, I'm gonna keep my same color. I'm just gonna have it wetter. Put some graphics
Okay.
on it, some
Uh huh.
pictures.
Uh.
Hmm.
So is it also a representation of breast cancer? Is the reason why
Yeah,
you chose the pink?
that's why I chose the pink. It represents breast cancer.
Are you a survivor?
My sister,
Your sister? What sister? Which one?
Denise, my older sister.
Okay.
Hmm.
Shout out to
Then
her.
then Pastor Faye. She was in my club, Pastor Faye.
Uh-huh.
Granny was in my club. Granny was on the bike set. She was in my club. So that's what it represents. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So who is Chrissy to you?
Now that was a homegirl from out of LA. She had a
Okay.
low rider. I think Chrissy had a low rider too.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know what happened. I just think she got killed doing a bank robbery, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. She came out too.
Wow.
She had a low rider too. hmm Now
The
everybody
top,
got one.
tonight's guest in the room is Bridget. So
Yeah.
Bridget, it must have been kind of quite a experience for you to see all the things and witness all those things that was right before your eyes, being that your brothers was like up front on the front line, and also, all the guys hanging in the Grandy's boot heel on 165 the block,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was, so what made you, what just made you want to sneak around there? You just wanted to sneak around there and see what was going on,
It was just fast. I was just like, really, I didn't know what gangbang was about. One time, I think I was sneaking to the Dominguez football game, and I seen Salty in there. So I had my little bandana, blue rag tied in my Levi's, trying to look cool, me and some of my friends, right? And Salty said, I want you to go home right now. And I said, why? I'm at the game. I'm being fast. He put me in that Riviera and took me home, dropped me off. I didn't even really understand gang banging then, right? It
uh
must have been some deep shit at Dominguez for him to bring me home. But
Yeah,
I could just see a lot of stuff, right? Especially with Salty. And I said, okay, I'm gonna try this. I thought I was a little gang banger, but I thought I was doing something out there though. But I don't know. It was the lifestyle when you grow up around those type of guys. You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah.
I'm all my brothers. Yeah. It wasn't no
Wow.
faking. Ain't no faking. You can't be on this camera lying. Can't be saying who asked you whoop. You can't be lying on this camera.
No, you can't. I seen a couple of people do it, you know what I mean? Especially when the lady came on and told about she was Crip. I said, that ain't Crip, Connie. Who is her?
Yeah, I'm kind of
That's
solid. I'm solid. I'm real. I've never in my life heard of that. I've never heard her whoop Crip Connie. Crip Connie is the real Crip Connie. Rest in peace. Connie, you was always Big Connie. That's what we always used to call you, Big Connie Parson. Crip Connie was Crip Connie. So I ain't never heard you this on record that you whoop Connie ass. Not
uh-huh.
too many bitches could fade her though. So don't be lying on camera. Yep, that's real
Nah,
talk.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right, right.
Because, at some point, somebody will see you and
Yeah. She cool.
remember
She
that
my
time,
homegirl, but can't be on camera lying and shit though. That ain't cool.
right.
I stand by my word.
Yeah, I know you've been, you know what I mean? We dialogue and we talk, you know what I mean? And you've been 100, I can't
Yeah,
say nothing.
yeah. I
So
just ain't.
whatever happened to LC? Wasn't LC Connie's brother?
Yeah, he doing good. I think he live out in San Bernardino, Lancaster, Riverside, somewhere. He live out. He the one
Okay.
started shooting me all the pictures of Connie.
Oh, is that
He
right?
was
That was
upset.
LC that shot you for pictures?
Yeah, he got kind of upset about that too when she did that interview. A lot of people was upset. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah, you can't take somebody else's identity or somebody
Right,
else's fame just because they gone, and now you want to insert yourself in her shoes, or put attach yourself to her reputation. Her
exactly.
reputation spoke for itself. It stood on its own. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
And both women and men respected Crip Connie. You know what I mean? I remember that time she came up to the pipe. We was all up at the pipe. I'm thinking to
Mm-hmm.
myself, man, who was this lady?
Talking shit.
But I kept my mouth shut because I was young at the time. You know
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
was young. We didn't really know who was who. I didn't know who was who. I didn't know this nigga was crazy. Stuff like that.
Right. You be like, man, why you didn't tell me this fool was crazy?
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of crazy because I know both sides of the tracks. You know what I mean? I know
Right.
Crips, I know Bloods, I know niggas all in LA. I know more people than my brothers probably do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that was
How
my
dif-
get down.
how difficult was it living on Bradfield though? When your mom moved on Bradfield down the street from Ludus Park headquarters, they like to call, you know what I mean, on
Yeah. That
Bradfield.
that was a trip. My brothers used to say, "Mama, do you know where you moved us to?" But my mama was an old Christian woman, old school. But I don't care. I don't care where I move at. This is my house. She didn't play that stuff. I bought this for y'all. You know, so she didn't really understand gang banging because my mom was a Christian and my dad was on the bike set, so she didn't understand all that. So therefore, Mike used to have a fight every week. When I say Mike was whooping their ass, they couldn't do nothing but respect Michael Scott.
Right. I
That's
remember
some real talk.
Mike went down there and got in a fight with a gave them all about 3 or 4 dudes a head up
Let
fade.
me tell you something. They know Mike. Mike was whooping their ass left and right. He was at Whaley back gate. Mike whooped about 10 niggas' ass by himself. That's on my mama. Rest in peace. Yeah. Elliot Ness can tell you that. He was there. Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why they respect him. One say, man, he saved my life in the penitentiary. I got a lot of respect for that nigga. These are bloods, you understand? One time Mike got shot up. Marcus Nunn was pushing him in the wheelchair. I'm walking behind him. Marcus blood and him, he cousin Marcus. It was cool though, because they was going to the store to get some old English.
two
You
old
know,
two old gangbangers hanging out together. Huh?
yeah, I remember a lot of shit. Stanley Pitts, bartender, a lot of shit. I was scared as fuck of Stanley Pitts. He used to walk down Bradfield with a shotgun under his coat. Yep. Sit on my mama porch and hold a full conversation with Mike. Real talk.
Man,
Yep.
that's good, man. But man, hey Dallas, Valerie, when we reflect back on in the day, man, we was really all trying to get along and know each other because that was the problem. We just didn't communicate.
Right.
Had we just
Right.
had been a little more communicative, we would have solved a lot of things on our own, versus getting to the level that it got to. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Shout
Yeah.
out to Bam.
Yeah.
Bam say, "What's up, Miss Scott?"
Hey, what's going on? I'm
It's
trying to live
Ollie
out here.
Love, Ollie, Big Ollie and Little Ollie's cousin.
It's dangerous out here. I'm trying to live. I was supposed to go to the cemetery for Sweet Pea. Everybody met up at the cemetery today for Sweet Pea. But I'm like, I can't make it. I was trying. They
How,
all
how long?
met
How
up.
long Sweet Pea been resting in peace?
Oh, God. For about 20 years now, a little longer or something. Today is
Wow.
birthday.
Well, shout out to man. Rest in peace to Sweet Pea.
Yeah,
Happy heavenly birthday.
yeah, today is birthday.
Yeah. Wow.
We had
That's
some
deep.
good dudes. We had some good dudes. Lost their lives at early, too young. Shit. Good dude. Turtle was my partner. He's a city bar house on Josephine. Begged me not to get high. I'm like, I ain't getting high. I'll be high as a kite. Lost a lot of good dudes. Turtle seen me with that little raggedy Marty collar and told me, I'm gonna help you fix this car. You know how you talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna help you fix this car, Bridget.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you fix this
It
car
gotta
up
be
so you can
better.
get your
It
shit
gotta be
together.
better. You gotta get some paint. You gotta get the right wheel.
Yeah, that's why I started going up the Lalos. I used to go up the Lalos. I was trying to get it together.
Uh-huh.
There was a lot of good memories back.
Scylla's in the chat too. God's property. She say hello, big sis.
Who?
Scylla,
Who? How
Priscilla.
you doing? What's up, sis? My little sis?
Yeah.
Hi, little sis.
I want to go
And
back to this other question. Somebody asked, "Did you
she
low
know she
ride
know
with
my mama real good. And what you say?
right? Did you low ride with No Limit? Who was it? See It from No Limit.
Name sound familiar. Was he a Muslim?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know him. That's 702 asked me that question.
Yeah, he was a Muslim. He retired.
Okay.
But Joy in them. That's Joy in them club.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm
Hey,
trying to
thank
think
you, Valerie. I
what we used to
appreciate it.
call it. What we used to call him? I can't even recall his name. We used to call him something else.
So give us a couple of them stories, Bridget. I know you got a couple of stories. You don't went on a couple of missions or something. You don't did not
No,
nothing
you
no
ain't
violence,
supposed to
but
get on.
just
You know you
give me
ain't
something
supposed to get
funny.
on this camera and tell everything. But I'm gonna tell you
No,
one
no, no,
funny
not like
story.
that. Something
I'm gonna
funny.
tell you a funny story though. We rolling.
Okay.
We rolling.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the story on me and Woodrat. We rolling. He said we doing a drive-by. We rolling. I said, all right. We rolling. So when we get in the location, I ain't gonna tell you what hood. We get there. I said, I don't think I can do this. I'm scared. So I'm gonna put your motherfucking ass out the car. I said, you gonna put me way out in this neighborhood over here? Yeah, I'm gonna put your ass out if you don't pull this trigger. You know that nigga put me out on Compton. He put me out on Compton Boulevard. Then he came back looking for me. I was already walking, right? I was already walking because I was scared. I said, I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't finna do that. That nigga put me out the car.
What what
You
what
calling
rap
me
was
on
about
that
his business,
shit.
Bridget?
I ain't gonna
I said,
never forget that nigga put me out that car. Shit. Yeah, I did some shit. I did some shit. One night,
bro,
me and Michael Stone rolling. I don't know what we was doing.
Big
We was,
Mike Stone?
yeah, that was my first boyfriend. Shit.
Right, right, right.
First boyfriend. We was rolling. We was doing something we ain't had no business doing. And I said, I'll take the rap. I don't know what the fuck I say that for. I think it was guns in the car. We was in down no beach. We was going to the beach or something. We was fully loaded in the car. You know what I'm saying? Shit, about 2 or 3 cars come, and I said, "Oh man, we gonna all shut up, shut up." I'm crying and shit because I ain't trying to go to jail. I'm gonna get a whooping, shit, man, shit. We did some shit out there. So shit, I did some shit. Peter Gunn, I did some shit.
Peter Gunn. Shout out to Peter Gunn.
Yeah, I did some stuff. Shit,
Right.
some shit I kind of regret, but it is what it is. Just gotta.
So you working with different organizations, right? Trying to help the kids steer them
Oh
in the
yeah.
right direction. What is some of your activism? What does it look like this day?
Well, right now I got something coming out with a whole lot of ladies. We working on it. I ain't supposed to say nothing, so I'm gonna keep it like that. It'll
Uh-huh.
be out in a minute. But I do a lot of breast cancer stuff. But I work with
Uh-huh.
different organizations, passing out toys. We go downtown LA. We pass out blankets to the homeless, feed them. When people call me, I just go, to help out.
Right, 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 right.
That's it. Yeah. Because,
I appreciate I
we
appreciate
got to
you.
change the cycle for our younger kids right now.
Right.
They off the hook. They
When you
different.
say off the hook, give us an example of what you see.
No respect. They don't care about
No.
that old shit, GG, nothing. So you got to play it by ear when you're talking to a youngster because they demand their respect. And if you don't give them their respect, it's going to go all bad. So, you got to, respect them first. That's your first thing because I watched, they on a whole nother level. Shit
I
that
think
we
that
never
I
did.
think that I think they understand and be selective because they kind of select what they want to understand in regards to however the language of the neighborhood is. They don't understand outside lingo or anything that's unrelated to hood stuff. You know what I mean? They seem to be
Right.
turn a blind eye or deaf ear to it. You can be
Mm-hmm.
talking to them, but if you ain't speaking to them in terms of what they understand, they really
Right.
don't want to hear it. Period.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
get that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we got to be better, you know what I mean? Because we can't
Yeah.
continue in this cycle, in this space, doing the same things, you know what I mean? How long have we been involved in this? 1969 is now 2022. Can you imagine
Right.
all the people that we don't bury?
We buried a lot of good ones, a lot of good ones. But
You know,
this generation right now, they spooky. I'm like, I went to EJ from Main Street funeral, for instance, and I was in the funeral. One side it was like OGs, BGs, TGs, and I was talking to Dale Dog. I'm like, damn, Dale, you got a gun in the church? He said, shit, I ain't playing with you little nigga. And I'm like, man, out this church, right? So I go out to church, stand by little Woody and them. I said, shit, everybody in the church strapped. I was, and I was listening to Mike preach his sermon, and he knew it. It was so much
I might.
tension in there. Yeah, it was so much tension in the church, and everybody in the church was strapped. I couldn't believe it. I said, damn, that's a lot of tension at this funeral. Shit, there was a lot of tension at Dale Dog funeral. So, I'd be like, damn, this Dale Dog funeral was tension. It was, you better have your shit type funeral. But that's the generation we live in now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we have to live that way. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that's what the creator intended for us. We sort of
Not at
picked
all.
that space for ourselves, but we need to come up out of it. We can't just continue to
Right.
live in that space, and expect a
Mm-hmm.
better result. You know what I mean? The result is going to be the same.
Right. Yeah, it's
It's just,
dangerous
man,
time. Yeah. It's a dangerous, spooky time.
what you call it, spooky time.
See where
So
I be in church every Sunday. I try to keep the Lord on my side.
yeah, I be seeing you staying prayed up out there. Doing what you do. You know what I
I
mean? And
got to.
at the
Yeah.
same time, I mean, you don't even enter Compton without praying.
Mm-mm. I can't do it. I get on the freeway so quick, you would never know I was in Compton. Yeah, you
And
know.
I ain't gonna mention where you live, but you live in a really nice area, so you really don't have to deal with that. But I understand you
Don't
got
have to
people,
deal with it.
folks out
I
there.
sit on the porch all night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yep. I tried to I tried to move my kids out back when I was living in West Covina, right? But I tried to move
Uh
my
huh.
kids out, but hell, I couldn't keep them out. You know what I mean?
Right,
I could.
right.
I was trying to shelter my sons, but I didn't do a good enough job. Apparently,
Because you and Mike T have a son together, right?
yeah. My third oldest son, my third oldest child, and I
How's
tried to
he doing?
shelter him. He's doing good. He driving trucks now. I be on his head. Stay out of
See
Compton.
what I'm
Compton,
doing, right? See what I'm in one right now, that KW.
yeah, yeah. He driving trucks. He in San Diego right now. I mean, go get your money. Go get your money. You know what I'm saying? My other
And that's the
son in
thing about
prison.
it too, Bridget. Once they get a taste of their money and get a taste of this real hustle, you know what I mean? This
Right.
401k hustle and this retirement hustle and this hustle that fatten that bank account and allow you to do investments and because money have served two purposes. It allow you to do the things you love to do and also pay people to do the things you don't want to do. And when you get on that,
Exactly.
you don't want nothing to
Nothing
change. You don't
else.
want no gang banging, no fool talking about no gang.
Let me
You
tell
don't
you
have nothing
something.
to do with it.
If you ain't talking about no money to me, our conversation is limited. I don't want to hear no this and that. I'm talking about how to survive, how to get money. You know what I mean? I
Uh-huh.
remember a time I didn't have no money in my purse. I can go to this purse. I can go to the bank and do what I need to do. You understand? I
Right,
try to
right,
raise
right.
my kids with that mentality. You know, some of my kids are sharp. I got a daughter in prison. Some of them are sharp. My baby daughter's sharp. She's sharp. Little Bridget's sharp.
Yeah, she
You
know
know?
Booby. Everybody know Big Booby Connor. He asked you, did you know Booby?
Oh yeah, that's my
Oh,
dog. Yes, I do.
yeah. Well, his name is Reuben Connor, but we call him
Reuben
Booby.
Connor. He's the road with my brother Ant.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What
so I
about
try to do it
Alvin?
different.
I mean, because we
Huh?
lost Alvin. Alvin been gone what, about 2, 3 years now?
I say like three and a half. His
3.
birthday, his birthday on January the 27th.
Wow. You know,
Yeah.
right before me and Kev Mac was supposed to interview him because he was in the hospital. I talked to him. He was in the hospital, right? He told me, he
Uh-huh.
said, man, when I get out the hospital, I'm gonna get with you, man. We're gonna do the interview. And man, it was, I don't know how many days afterward he passed. I'm like, huh?
I was so shocked in that hospital. I'm telling that lady, you better keep pumping. You better keep pumping. You better keep pumping. Michael kept walking away. You better keep pumping. Bring him back. I just didn't understand it to this day, but you can't question God. So,
Right,
can't question
right
God. And
on,
I'm
Big
just
B.
like, you shouldn't have left that hospital. You should have let them people do what they needed to do for
Yeah,
you.
because he was in the hospital and he got out. He checked himself out, and then he wound up going back.
There's a lot of things the doctor know. That's why they got you in there. But my bro, he was asking me questions. He started scaring me. I said, Alvin, you just scared me straight. I'm gonna start taking my medication. Cause we
Uh-huh.
both for diabetics, and man, let me stay on my medicine because I don't want nothing to happen. I mean, Alvin death was like a real shocker. Alvin had so much life in him, too much life. He
Yeah.
had life. Yeah, he liked to live. I got his last video. When he was partying. You know, it's a shocker. It's still a shocker to me. Shoot. Some good people. Baby Loke. That right there touched my heart so bad because I talked to him on the phone and you died the next 2 days. Ain't no way Baby Loke should be dead.
And he was a youngster.
Yeah, he's one of our little riders over here. He was a youngster doing good. Ain't no way he was supposed to die off that COVID shit. That's it's some spooky times, and that kind of hurt my heart. It still bothered me to the day. That was
Right,
just a
right,
couple
right.
months ago. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So what are
So,
some
yeah.
of the events coming up that you plan on? I mean, if you can mention it, being involved in anything coming up that's going to be positive towards the community.
Yeah, something real, real nice. It's with women. Got something to do with Lowrider. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Bridget
But
being,
I'm planning a big breast cancer event. I'm trying to get that
uh,
Crystal Park Casino.
uh,
So yeah, but we got something in store. Hmm.
well, keep me posted on it so I can, definitely
I
put the
will.
information out there.
I really will. I will. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
How's
glad we
Aunt
sat
doing?
down and talked.
How's
Huh?
Aunt doing? How's
Oh, and
Aunt
doing
doing?
good. And beat me to church on Sunday. Sit on the front row.
You got to be kidding.
I bullshit you not. He go to church
Hey,
every
at
Sunday.
the church door is probably,
He be in church every Sunday.
he's still building them mini bikes.
Yeah, somewhat. He be trying to stay out the way because he's a real cautious type dude.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, he real cautious and he's always watching his surroundings. So he a good positive dude. He real positive. If he know you from way back, he gonna really chop it up with you. Yeah.
Right, right.
Mm, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
everybody, please press the thumbs up as you step into the mail room. Because it only take 2 seconds, man. It only take a couple of seconds. I'm
Yeah,
glad to
yeah.
have you, Bridget, up here. She bring that good spirit up in here, smiling, enjoying life,
I
and
stay
showing that you
smiling.
can have fun at this life. You know what I mean? You don't have to be bitter and mad and angry at everybody.
Exactly. Yep.
So, Bridget, I
Yeah.
gotta ask you this question:
Come
out of
on
the
with it.
girls that you knew, could you give me at least three girl? No, I want five handguards from the girls' side.
5 girls, what?
I'm talking about handguards can throw them things.
Okay, on the girls, the
Yeah,
girl, big curl, Terry Horton, Crip Connie, Big Mary. Who else? Shit. I fell off the tree. Somebody else. Yeah. Uh
Okay. Okay.
shit. The main ones. Cynthia Trasman got hands.
Right. Right.
From the dude let me see. Trent Booker had hands.
Okay. From the
My,
dude side, Trent Booker.
yeah, Trent had hands.
Yeah, Trent.
Trent
I'm familiar with Trent.
Peter Gunn had hands. Michael Scott got hands. Robert Malone got hands. Mitchell Washington had hands.
I remember Mitch.
Keep going. Shit,
How
Woodrat
Mitch
had
doing?
hands.
How Mitch doing?
Mitch died. He died about 2 or 3 months ago.
Damn it. You still there? Bridget. I think I done lost Bridget. Let's see. She probably come back in, man. Shout out to the mailroom. Guys Property, Big B, Marlena Williams. Thank you guys for doing the work. Lakeisha, how you doing? That's my guy's cousin right there. My guy Gunner from the Jersey side of the game. Johnny Sullivan. What's going on, man? Jay Blue, man. How you guys doing, man? Shout out to the whole mail room nation, the mail room goons, Devon Cutmore. Is Bam still out there? What's going on? Ball game. What's good, bro? Is the Bam still in the comments? The Bam. Yeah, me and Bridget, we go way back, man. You know what I mean? She could talk about so much more, but I understand, you know what I mean? You can't push people into talk about things that right on, Craig, that things that, she's passionate about everything she's been through and had to endure to get to the point to where she's at now. And all her brothers was reputable, all of them, from Chauncey all the way down to Lil Greg, Frog Dog, Aunt Malone. Right on, guys. Property. I appreciate that. Yeah, PTSD is real. You're right, bro. It is real, real. But can you imagine that? Imagine that. Right on, Marcus. Imagine Michael Scott and Marcus Dunn together walking on Bradfield. The two. I mean, two. At that time, we didn't even have close relationships, but somehow they found a way to build with one another, which is cool. You gotta respect that. Gotta respect that. Yeah, I used to see Michael Scott all the time, man. Mike will fight a junkyard dog. And just the nature of his thing. But again, once again, the quote of the day, to get to the top is a battle. To stay at the top is a whole different war. And that's just what we have to understand. You know what I mean? Getting to the top is just a battle, but to stay at the top is a different war. And I hope you guys get that, you know what I mean? And would anybody like to join in the chat with me? Since we lost Bridget, she probably lost her Wi-Fi. Not the junkyard. Yeah, Mike fight a junkyard dog. You see them type of people, man. You just look at him, you just say, man, that dude right there look like he'll fight a junkyard dog. Yeah, but she's really great out in the community, with the Lowrider. She be at all the events, the picnics and stuff, and Bridget does really well. And her partner is the little tiny girl, you know what I mean? I don't want to call her. What's up, Lakeisha? What's good? Where is Gunner? Tell Gunner to come on in. Yeah, it was just it was hell. Oh yeah. What was the name of that show? The little short lady used to be on, tiny person. It was, I think it was Hell. What was it? Hell? The Love from Hell. Remember she was in there, and when me and Kev Mack interviewed Kitty Welch and Mike T them in the Grandies, Bridget was there and the little lady was there. Lakeisha, you want to come on? You said you was gonna come in and tell us some about them Jersey stories. I think you scared. Hell Date. That's what it is, Marlena. Hell Date. That's Bridget's partner. The lady used to be on Hell Date. Chubb, now Chubb is from In Hood, bro. But you know, we Compton, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's from neighborhood. Him and Bodacious and Tig, Sherman, Ant, man, Hub, just to name a few. Oh, you love that show, Marlena Williams? Yeah, it was something, man. You know, that was good times right there. You know, how was you guys Wednesday? So anybody have any questions about the last couple of days or things? Man, I got some fire interviews coming up. I know that, man. I can't wait. I can't even reveal who it is, but it's gonna be fire. This guy right here, and he a founder. He a founder. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Cobbs, bro. You're right. Julius Harris. I remember that name, Julius Harris. Is that Juju from what's it from Anzac and Grape? Is that who you talking about? Any more questions? Yeah, can't wait, Nation. Yeah, can't wait, Marlena. Postmaster General, founder of who? Now I can't tell you who, man, but because people be trying to steal these these interviews, man. You know, you got to be careful. Yeah, I'm gonna interview Twin and Gangster at some point. As soon as I'm catching the platform you created is almost more valuable than the people. Yeah, people know. You're right. You're right, man. Because I give you a history and I give you a little bit of the street stuff, but I also like to give you lessons. I like to impart the wisdom part of it, and then also help people to grow to be better. You know what I mean? Because we all want better outcomes for ourselves. No, I'm telling you, man. Nobody woke up and said, "When I grow up, I'm gonna be a gangbanger." Nobody did that. I don't care who it was. Nobody did that. So you know, well, Mustafa Williams, give them a call and see what they're doing, bro. You know. Maybe they'll be back at some point, I'm sure. Can you tell us about the brothers from Santana where they killed? Huh? And nobody from Santana killed nobody, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Stanley is not going to do no interview. You got some people that feel very, very different about interviews, bro. So everybody's not the same. I would love to interview everybody and everybody that has a name, but some people don't see it in the terms that we see it in, you know. But I don't know why somebody would come on and ask a ridiculous question. Can you don't you can't ask no questions like that, bro. Have a little more decorum with your questions. You know what I mean? You know we're on an open wide platform and we don't talk about stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't mind you asking questions, but think about the question you ask, or maybe you worded it wrong. Yeah, you can't do that, bro. And I know you didn't mean no harm, but just be mindful when you asking a question where you at. There's thousands and thousands of people that see these because once these videos goes up, there's nothing you can do to take it back. You know what I mean? So just think about the question and try to ask a good question. I don't mind you asking about the history in itself, but we don't talk about crimes, especially. I mean, crimes that's been adjudicated and already remedied in a court of law. There's nothing we can do there because that's public information. That's different. Okay, you have a great evening, everyone. Mel, don't forget to watch. Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch the movie, Stan. Definitely, I'm gonna definitely watch it. Definitely watch it. So you just gotta have be careful with that. Like, share, subscribe, join the chat room. Please press the thumbs up on the way into the chat room. Salute, Stan. I'm quite sure, Mike. Well, you usually have a question. E-Money, what's good, bro? How you doing tonight? Wait a minute. How can we tune into your new platform? Are you talking about over there on the clubhouse? Just go into the clubhouse and look for the United Streets of America. Hey, bro, Mustafa Williams, man. Let me help you out with something, bro. You seem to have a problem with people being this or that, man. You start labeling people. Let me ask you something. Do you know any of these individuals personally? Do you know any of them personally? Do you know their life? Do you know what they've been through? Or are you just repeating what you hear on the internet? Have a little more decorum, bro. You know what I mean? Because whether we interview this or that, let me tell you something. Adam and Eve, from that time on to where we at now, there's always been somebody to tell on somebody. So if somebody, just like the person that told on me when I went to the feds, I don't care. I don't care. If I see him right today, I'll speak to him and everything because it was my fault for allowing that person in my business. See, but nobody wants to take responsibility. It's called accountability. Be accountable for who you are as an individual versus worrying about what another man said or didn't say. See, when you're accountable for self, you have no room to be worried about who did this and who did that. You can't live your life. You can't. You got some problems, bro. Because every day you come on the platform, you want to know about this. You know what I mean? But bro, find some. Go to Walmart, get you a couple of toys or something, and preoccupy yourself. Go get you a Madden game or something. You know what I mean? Since you like to play games, this stuff is no game, bro. And I know you call yourself being sarcastic, but you know what I mean. Enough is enough. If you want to go, you know what I mean, talk about rats or whatever, go create your channel, and then you can do that. You can have at it all you want to. Yep, speak with purpose. There you go. Because people have been doing that for eons. I don't think that's gonna ever go away. I don't care how we feel about it and how much we try to shame or make people because it's insult, shame, and guilt. You know what I mean? And Mustafa, you have a need to be right about something. I don't know where you getting your information from or how you getting, or do you know these individuals? Or is it first hand information? Or are you repeating something you heard on the internet? Yeah, Matthew, yeah. But I think they just want to come on the platform and cause the sanction or cause everybody to be in an argument, But we don't do that over here, bro. We don't do that here. We building people over here. I'm a people builder. And I think everybody, has get an opportunity to speak for themselves, regardless to what you think or anybody else may think about them, because both positive and negative exist. People that told or people that didn't tell, they both exist. They're just something in our society that's gonna always be with us. And the more you focus on it, the more I'm gonna have to believe that you suspect. Because people that talk about that all the time, 9 chances out of 10, they told on somebody. That's why they overly concerned about it. Smash that like button. Yeah, there you go, Cosgrove. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, but see, and this is the thing, people. Let me understand. Let me try to make y'all understand. We have to be culturally responsible, culturally competent, and be culturally aware, because we're being attacked, and it's not always by outside individuals. Some of the individuals that attack our culture look just like us, and they think they can come in with shaming, guilt, and insults to make us react in a way that'll be below what we would normally act. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people want to be so willing to learn about that. How does it add value or volume to your life? How does it make your life better if you know this guy told or didn't told? You know. Yeah, you have to be self accountable, bro. Just that, man. I think that's the greatest thing to be in, when you take total responsibility for your action and just have accountability for who you are, because we fashion our life with our own two hands. The Creator placed no burdens upon no shoulders that can't stand it. That's just it. Man planned, but the Creator is the best of planners. Simple as that. That's what breaks it down in a nutshell. Everything we know about this Western culture society was either forced upon us, we were educated on it in a way that may not even be conducive to us, based on who we are as a people. We are peaceful, loving people. Right on, Carl. We are peaceful, loving people. But we have a few demons. We have a few demons. Don't get it wrong. We have a few demons. But our nature is peaceful. We come from kingdoms and complex architecture. The hieroglyphs speak to who we are. We just lost our way because our names. See, in the times of when we was coming about, our true culture, our true language, we had names that meant something. These European names, these Western cultural society names, they don't inspire us. We don't have the right names that would rejuvenate and kickstart our energy, and kickstart our being. See, because Crippin' Blood, those are constructs. Being black is a state of being. Being black is a state of being. Being a Crip is what you do. It's not who you are. Being a Blood is what you do. It's not who you are. Who you are should take at least 10 to 12 adjectives. I'm light, I'm love, I'm beauty, I'm sweet tooth, I am my joyful thoughts. I see only the enlightened. See, that explains who I am. But I understand some of people, they want to remain in the lower frame of thinking, and they want to be, they want to ridicule and use degradation. Degradation seems to be, because I want to galvanize, mobilize, and I want to strategize, galvanize, and mobilize our people in a way that that we get a bigger and better outcome. And I'll be talking directly to the Damu in the Keyway, or the Crips and Bloods, or the Hoovers and Pyrus, you know. Yeah, I have to call y'all back, whoever you are. That's factual, you know. And that's why I reached out to the brothers in Jersey. I reach out to brothers in Texas. I reach out to brothers in Tennessee. I reach out because here's the thing, right? If the wheel was invented in Germany and we took it in the United States and put an engine and a transmission, we just only made it better. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We just made it better. I believe the conscious community, I meant combined with the strength and the bulgarious and how brothers are reared in Texas and Louisiana, if we could mix that, combine that, we go back to who we are. See, we were Superman. We would reduce the man. A lot of us don't even know that. There's a brother named J.A. Rogers wrote a book. He says, Superman to Man. Go read it. Superman to Man. Niggas was created in the United States. They don't exist nowhere else. And I don't even use that word or that term, but I had to explain it to you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of brothers, they speak from a lower desire because they only lost for words to express or explain the circumstance. You know, they don't have the vocabulary. So they use a lot of profanity. And I don't have nothing to get that because we all growing in this cycle. You know, but a lot of us don't understand. You know, people say something that's out of your circumference of awareness or your circle of knowledge. Don't get mad. Listen, take in what's good and rid yourself of the rest. We're very capable of doing that, Dan. Very capable. See, because here's the thing about the Europeans, right? The Anglo-Saxons, what they understand. Why do you think they were so hell-bent on keeping us from, Joe Farrow, what's good? Keeping us from integrating and also being part of the National Football League, the baseball league, the basketball, the sports, track and field. They were hell-bent in trying to keep us away from that because they knew once we got into it, we would take it over. They knew who we were. And see, because you're the makers and the owners. Black woman is the creator of civilization. Cream of the crop. The European just forgot who their parents are. That's why they treat us so bad. It's been erased from their memory. Yeah, Texas, all that, man. Mississippi, all that, man. It's where all our people, man. Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't want to leave none of it out. It's all important in the grand scheme. But then when we get, even just think about even in the time of Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Gabriel Processor, Overson Turan, even through those times, those Haitian brothers, there was always somebody like that brother that came in that tried to throw a wrench into what we were talking about. We wasn't even talking about that, but here he come. They've been assigned to do what they do and don't even realize that they've been indoctrinated, hired, and classified to do just what they do. Don't even realize. Like the man said, you don't even know it. But that's what that's where you at. You hate this colorless skin so bad that all you want to talk about is something that don't help us. Don't help us grow. Don't help us be better. Are there some people out there that tell? Yeah, they do. But that just make you want to. That should make you want to be better. Don't leave nobody nothing to tell on you. If you're doing the right things, you wouldn't even have to concern yourself with that. These are some of the better times in my life, man. Because during this time, I can rightfully say I've been home for over. Let's see, I got home 2010. It's now 22, right? I've been stopped maybe twice, and those were traffic tickets. Prior to that, man, I used to get stopped every other day because of the way I was living my life and what I had my hands in. See, because what people don't understand, what our people don't understand, social conditioning. You're right. It's what our people don't understand. When we put our life and our hands into those things that we know that doesn't go with the overall society, that becomes a subculture, and you're not following what the what goes clockwise. Other words, you're not part of the commerce. You in effect the commerce. When you in effect the commerce, that's when you become problematic to this government. But when you go with the flow of currency, all they want is a little tax money. See how simple that is. But know this: you got to be lucky every day. Every day you got to be lucky. All they got to do is be what? Lucky one time. With those type of numbers, if you out there robbing, stealing, committing crime, you're not gonna last because it's impossible. It's universally impossible for you to be lucky every day. Universal principle prove that you can't be lucky every day. When only somebody have to do is be lucky one time to catch you in the act and put you away for the rest of your life. But yet, only the constructive thing you can do is come on a platform and talk about whether you think Bob James told, or you think Nino Cappuccino, or you believe Frog, or whatever. I think they all tell the truth. Everybody tells some truth. Everybody lie. What is necessary depends on why you lie. Nobody's exempt from that. I've seen some of the coldest killers tell on everybody, and I've seen some of the weakest dudes, not say one word, not one word. The dude that you thought was gonna tell didn't say anything. Yeah, because here's the thing, man. It's none of my business what anybody think of me or even say about me. Ultimately, is what I think of myself that counts. See, I'm accountable for what I say, but I don't have no responsibility what somebody say about me. None. It ain't none of my business. I don't have time for it. I got grandchildren. I got kids, family members, lost mom and dad, you know. Those two was my shining stars. Raised me pretty good. It's just that I decided to make some bad choices at some point. Got out from under their jurisdictions or their teachings. Both my parents were free thinkers. My father used to put us, my brothers and I don't have no sister, I have brothers. Put us in the room with it in his bed, man, and just take us around the world, telling us amazing stories about Japan, Korea, Germany, Italy. He would speak different languages. you know, spoke German, spoke Korean, you know. He was a airborne ranger. Took us to the Navy base, took us to the Army commissary. We went on battleships and stuff to eat, and we did a lot of things as kids, you know. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for that donation. Appreciate it. Yep. Don't be the chess piece, be the chess player. Be the one to move the pieces. Yep. Yep. You're right. You're right, Will. Appreciate that. Salute to you, Mike. Shout out to the people out here doing the work in the mail room. Marlena, Mike, E Money. Shout out to all you guys. I appreciate it. I think we had a good night, right? We tried to get, somebody tried to derail us, but that's okay. You know what I mean? We kept right on going, man. Kept right on going. You know what I mean? Didn't let that stuff, bother us. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Peter. You know what I mean? But that's a misguided. Those are misguided youth. Yeah, you're right, Mike. They're very misguided. You got people now that think this because they think something is right. They don't have nothing to back it, nothing to back what they're thinking of. There's no formality to it. There's no scientific study, no research, no data, statistics. It just you know apply it. Hey Valerie, how are you tonight? I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's how you got to handle it, man. Because everybody, all these different neighborhoods, all these different tribes, all these different communities are not exempt from anybody in there that told. That's just the nature of that. That's part of it. But you can't spend your life harping on it. You know what I mean? Worrying about it, overly concerned. Like I say, the person that told on me, right? It is my fault. I take total responsibility for letting that man in my business. Lewis, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. When you let somebody in your business, you are giving them access. Anything you sign your name on is a contract. Anytime you negotiate with anybody is a contract. You just don't realize it's a contract. So anytime you start divulging personal information with anybody, it's like a contract. It is a contract, bro. Because you're trusting that person to hold whatever you tell them. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what he say. You move your pieces to protect the king. Some people open and setting up a defense, 3 or 4 move castle. Okay. I have to put Marlena Williams on you, bro. She played that chess. Notorious Legs Diamond. That's another bad gangster from the time. Legs Diamond, Al Capone, and Frank Nitti, and Machine Gun Kelly, and Maul Barker, Bonnie and Clyde. This culture right here, this American culture, glamorize and glorify those individuals, but they demonize you and I. Why? What's different about us and them? What's different? Our skin tone, our skin color, our vernacular, the way we come across, our culture. They love our culture. They just don't like us. you know. And I know some men, I know some really good white people. I'm talking about some real sincere good white people. But I also know some real bad black people. So I don't put everybody in the same basket. It's not skin color. Ask her about the brother Big Ant. We already went over that. We talked about Ant. Ant is her brother. He's out. He's doing good. Yeah, it's their preference. You're right. Their preference. Well, that was during Jim Crow. You know what I mean? We now in Jim Crow Esquire. You know what I mean? The laws, the government. The government has always been the ones pushing these agendas. Now, if you go back to that Johnson speech when he talked about you give a white man something to look down on, and the poorest white man, you give him something to look down on, and you can pick his pocket every time. Now go look at Lyndon B. Johnson. He said that years ago because he knew how to get to those individuals, make them feel good about something. That's all it was. They just wanted to feel belong to something. But at the end of the day, money trumps all that, man. You think Magic Johnson and Oprah Winfrey and Michael Jordan them, they part of that club. They part of the money club. Of course, their skin is black, but their heart is with money. Stedman Graham been quiet for years. I don't know what his position is with Oprah, but I know he gets paid well for whatever it is. He keeps his mouth shut. That's one thing about Stedman. Everybody talking about people telling something. Stedman ain't told not one story, but he's filthy rich. So that's the sacrifice, right? Let's see what he say. Just recently found out OG Melly Mail. I'm still on Kid Mac. Or this is the thing now. You still on Kemek, or this is your thing now, OG? You know what? Kemek is my boy. You know, I just had to, sometimes you have to grow, you have to evolve, and you have to, it's just like when you're a kid. You're growing up. Kemek was a great mentor, showed me quite a few things. So, but I'm not a limited person, so I had to continue to grow. That's the only way I operate. I have always operated because even when I was in prison, I realized that a cage wasn't my home, nor was it my habitat. Even if the Creator created my cage out of solid gold, I would never accept the existence of being in incarcerated, a caged up. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to be able to grow. You always got to be able to allow to be in an open environment so you can experience life as it is. So once again, Kev is my boy, man. You know, And so I take this platform really, really serious. I want to give the spiritual side, the political side, the social injustice, the culture conditioning, the culture constructs. I want to talk about that, and also want to talk about being culture responsible, culture competent, and having culture awareness. See, there's a lot of other platforms they want to talk about particulars, specifics. I want to get beyond that. I want to go. I don't. I want to be infinite. I don't want to be finite. And some things are just finite. And when you recognize finite, you go beyond that. You figure, you know what I mean? Because even when I was reading the Bible and reading the Quran, and one thing I remember about reading the Quran was that even if you go beyond the Quran to seek information, that's one thing it did teach you, is go beyond there. Don't just stop there. Right on, Bam. Let's see what he say. That's true. That is true, Cosgrove. Yeah, he has one aspect of it, and I has another, and somebody else has another part. Even the guy, I don't particularly care how he does things. You know what I mean? But I don't dislike him or anything. I just don't feel that he belongs in the space to which he's in. But he's doing the work, so I can't take it from the guy, Street TV, Street Gang. I just don't like how he did a couple of things, and I saw how he used his position and leveraged it for money. You know, when you sacrifice people for money, I fall out. I fall out with you about that. I fall out with you about that. And I know countless of people do it. Much love to Arkansas. Quentin Richard, what's up, bro? Man, I got to come to Hope to get me a watermelon, man. That's the best watermelon down there in Hope. Is it Hope, Texas, or Hope, Arkansas? I think it's Arkansas, right? Yeah, it is, Matthew. I appreciate that. Skip Townsend. Yeah, salute to Skip Townsend. Salute to him, man. Skip is another one, man. Skip, that was big of Skip when Skip went on there, man. Even though them dudes was mad at Skip because he was calling balls and strikes. He called balls and strikes when the young brother Slim 400 unfortunately lost his life. You know, and they was somebody was trying to paint the narrative or put the narrative out that the 6-0s did it. You know, showing up, brother. Hey, man, there's a place, I think it's off the 187 or 182, off the 30 or 35, going through Arkansas. It's called Nick's. Nick's Barbecue, man, like an old barn or cabin or something, man. And just logs and mud and water in front of it. Man, but they got some food up in there. Wow. Stopped over in Nick's, man, down in Arkansas. Got me. It was called a barbecue catfish joint. I don't even like catfish, man, but I don't remember what kind of fish I got, man, but that stuff was fire. You ever eat that food where it just puts you right to sleep? that's, that's that's how that food was, man. Street TV isn't a actual member. Yeah, no, he's not. But that don't make him not able to give the history. So what I was referring to, there was a case, right? West Los Angeles, prominent football star, high schooler, young black kid, on his way, going to be college, hopefully make the pros and all that, right? His life was cut short. His life was cut short by 18th Street, right? For whatever apparent reason. Uh, so the guy, Street TV, he worked with the court system as giving expert testimony to the behavior of gang members in a court setting, right? So the guy from 18th Street, defense attorneys hired Street TV, right? And he went in there and defended that whatever argument they was putting across. Because see, one thing about art lawyer, right? Prosecutor, defense, or offense attorneys, right? It's about who tell the best lie. They all in there lying. So what the judge do is referee the lies. And whatever lie he liked the best, that's the one gonna win. So I was disappointed when I that was just something I wouldn't have done, you know. Even if that was my field of work, based on the circumstance of how that case happened, I would have never I would have never took it. I just wouldn't. And I know you can't when you working, you really can't be like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think I couldn't do that. Just put it that way. I couldn't do it. I never could be in the people hurting business or being the person that's locking and opening cages for people, you know what I mean? And all that stuff. I don't know. I think that takes a different type of person. Not saying that Street TV does that, but I'm saying he's an expert witness for whether it's defense or offense. Very true. They make up narratives. Yeah, they do. Whoever tells the best lie, that's what it comes down to. Yeah, they don't stop us because we look like we have intelligence. Really? Yeah, yeah, that's really Lakeisha. Oh, you know about Knicks? See, I wasn't lying, right? Yeah, what is it off the 182 or the 187? I think Alonzo said himself that he was in it for about 30 days or something. I don't know who games bangs for 30 days. I don't know. Maybe he realized it wasn't for him and got out of it. I don't know. That's so we can coexist with each other. Yeah. Shout out to Street TV. Brotherhood, bam. First name Compton, last name Crip. Well, I think I'm gonna get up out of here, you guys. It's been fun. We got a chance. I got a chance to open up a little bit. You know, I think that that one guy took me there. He hurried up and skirted up out of here too. Did he? Or y'all put him out? Oh shucks, there we got slick. Wait a minute, we got slick. Oh shucks, got it good. Man, slick and bam, y'all come on in here, man. Y'all come on in, stir it up, man. Stir it up, man. I'm gonna stay 34 more minutes, 30 minutes for Bam and Slick. Bam and Slick, man. There you go. It's in the chat, man. Y'all tap on that. Oh, y'all put him out? Okay, good, Marlene. Yeah, just put him out. Just get rid of him. Yeah, I'm glad you did that because, hey, he just, Bam and Slick, man. It's in the chat, man. What y'all want to do, man? Let's get, nope. Slick don't want to come in, y'all. Okay, Slick, right on. Michelle, how you doing? We had a good one tonight. We had a good one. Oh, yeah, we had a good one. Slick probably on house duty or something, housewarming duty or something. I don't know. He probably eating a big old pot of spaghetti or something. Yeah, we got front of that to courses in the chat. Houston, Texas, checking in. Joel Barnett, how you doing, man? How you feel, bro? I love me some Texas, man. I go down to Texas. I go to the what is that? The breakfast spot. What's it called, man? The breakfast spot over there in Houston, man. I go there every time. I can't even think of the name, man. Man, them people treat me so good over there. You want to hear more? He's studying his ABDs. The Breakfast Club. There you go. The Breakfast Club. That's it. You got it, Mike. Man, that's my favorite spot to go to, man. There, and of course, Papados and down there, I get the Whataburgers and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the Breakfast Club. That's it, man. Man, them sisters treat you so good up in there, man. You don't know what you think they flirting with you. They talk so nice. OG Bam, just want to thank you, brother. Legs Diamonds, thank you, Bam. Yep, yep. I could tell that, man, because it was guys pulling up in big old nice cars and stuff. I could tell it was the go-to spot for the Texans. Young Black Panthers, still black, still power. Yeah, Monrovia style. Content was fire. Thank you, brother. Oh yeah, next time I drop in, I'll try Vic's and Anthony's downtown. Right on. Appreciate it. Yeah. I see a gang of Raymond and Tookies of this stuff, 70s and Soul Train DVDs. Yeah, man. I miss Big Old Tookie, man. Miss Big Took. I didn't know, I never met Raymond, but I did know Tookie. I did know. Bam knew Raymond though. Cause Tookie lived right there in my neighborhood with us. He was the godfather of the neighborhood, made sure everybody, he would come around, literally get in his car and ride around, just ride street from street, checking on everybody. That was like a daily routine of his. He was an interesting individual when I think about it. Big Took would pull up on us, man. What y'all little dudes doing, man? He used the N word, but I just put it that way. But yeah, he would definitely, man. What y'all doing? Come here, you know, kick it with us. Talk. We used to feel real good, man. When Tookie used to pull up on us and just sit there and talk to us for a while. Let us hang out with him. We used to go over there to the Pine Terrace across the street from the Red House, and Tookie would be like he like to put us in his palm and just like kind of like a shot put us into the swimming pool. He was testing his strength, man. He was always working out, man. Even when he wasn't lifting weights, he was still working out, man. He was always flexing, making sure his muscles was tight, his shirt was fit, muscles bulging and popping from everywhere. Yeah, I got plenty of memorable stories with Turtle, man. You probably, I got a lot of, if you go in there, I got quite a few stories that I told on Turtle, you know, but I'm saving some because, I don't know, I really want to try to put a movie together for Turtle. I'm not finding, I got to find cooperation, but here's the thing, I can do the movie, but I would have to do it like told from the eyes of Melly Mel instead of this. I want to call it Turtle and try to get the investors and everything, you know what I mean? Because I want to base it off that 1984 experience, well, up from there, even from when he came from Louisiana, from Texas, Louisiana to Texas to California, you know, travel all that and then bring it up to when he moved on Rose Street, when I first met him, when my homie Sugar Bear, JB, no, Big Mac, me, Sugar Bear, Big Mac, and BJ, Crazy Bob, CB, Crazy Bob, and Wayne, David Wayne. We got into it with them, you know what I mean? Because we thought they were U.S. boys, and whiskey got off on us, But they didn't know we was already physically battle tested and really with that life, you know what I mean? And we came up behind them. That 1984 is a great spin for getting some interest of a Ford movie. Yeah, you're right. And we came up behind them, man, and we came up behind them in such a strategic and smooth way. It was like we was operating out of commando, you know. And we raised up over the fence on them, man. And man, we had them goddamn it. They said, I know, man. It took about an hour. Turtle Bill in the car. Hey man, let me talk to y'all. I'll never forget that, man. But we was like laughing. When we think about it now, you know what I mean? Laughing about how he came over there. But he was always the negotiator. He was always able to fix and repair situations, you know? Uh-huh. I'm talking about Tookie sounds like Snoop Dogg, the way he talks. Did I, Ron, he was recently on Kev Mac. Nah, he's a younger dude, man. I'm 63, bro, and I know who he is. I know who he is, but he's out of over there. I think he's a Raymond's nephew. Yeah, but I know who he is, and he probably know who I am. But I don't think we've been introduced. Let me put it that way. Formally introduced. Yeah, he's under my generation. So even at the Red House, we had let's see, Mad Nut, Tiny Man, Shotgun, Weasel, Limpy, Tookie, Blackie, Joe Black, uh, Sleepy. Oh, the Aura Street Boys. Yeah. I got a Fruit Town story I've been holding out too. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it too, Marlene. I'm gonna tell it, but not today. I'm gonna tell it. It's a great story with actually, I had a spot right there. Me and Frank Nitty and Pippa Tom, we had a spot where they had the spot, and I came over there next to BB and Clyde's house, and his sister Frankie and Joyce. And their mom was a deaf mute. Then one arm Lonnie stayed across the street. I got a great story about that, but I'll tell it at some point. You thought I was in my 40s, right on Harlem? Yeah, keep saying that, man. Keep saying that, bro. Don't back up off of that, man. Can you speak on Fire? Oh yeah, Fire. I went to school with Fire. He's your uncle. I remember helicopters coming and getting him off of Queendale. Yeah, I went to school with Fire, man. Juan Anderson and his brother Lance Anderson, and then what was the other brother? He got killed too up there at the Rocky Motel. He was a pimp. I could think his name though. What was your other uncle? He was older than Fire. I could sell water through a well. See, wow, black don't crack. Who was your most influential comrade for you under Turtle, OG Turtle? Well, that would be Gangster Mondo, Big Bus, Gertie, Count. There's a lot of cats I could say, man. Big J Dog, Burdock, Bay Rob. There's a lot of dudes, man. We had quite a few Jack off Sleep, Sleep Hudson, Kizzy, T Wee Hub. You know, man, we had a lot of cats, man. Black T Bone, can't leave out my homie Black T Bone. There was a lot of dudes that just was about that business, man. Stone, what's happening? His name was Keith. They called him Stone. Yeah, yeah, I'm familiar with Keith Stone. Oh, you from Main Street? Okay. A4. Yeah, I know all your homies too. Yeah, they are, Marlena. They starting to look like fashion shows, you know. Yeah. I think they did Slim 400 there. I think they did his thing and didn't even let nobody know, which I don't blame them. I do not blame them for that. You was in 4886. Okay. Yeah, I went through there. Yeah, we had a lot of troops, man. Killer Raider, can't leave out Killer Raider. Scrunchy, of course. Rat, my brother Age, my brother Angelo, my brother BK, Tubby, Cruz. Just a lot of dudes, man. So many, man. I can't even name them all. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. Yeah, but that was interesting what Bridget was saying. Everybody was up in the church with them goddammits on them. You know what I mean? Can you imagine going to a funeral and everybody at the funeral got a goddammit on them? I've been to some funerals like that. She wasn't lying. We got a funeral, the funeral home in my neighborhood, right? Adam's Funeral Home. It is a drive-through funeral. It was so notorious. Used to get shot up so much for various reasons, right? They would put the body in the window in like a showcase, and you drive through to see it. You know, because back in the day, there's been a couple of situations like what happened to Little Country. People went in there and did something to a corpse, a dead corpse. Yeah, Gertrude, 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 that's thug passion. Yeah, Gangster Marcellus, Ace Crib, crazy. Yeah, trustees, Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie Bam. Yeah, yeah. At that machine time. Yeah, yeah. You right. You right. You right. But could you imagine driving through the funeral? The Adams funeral got the window right there. They should put the body right there in the window because they didn't want nobody coming up in the mortuary part. You know how they do the viewing of the bodies? They lock the doors. You come look at the body in the window. They didn't want you up in their establishment because they knew, you know, if you was gonna do something, man, it's a corpse, man. It's already gone. Nothing you could do. Yes, I'm very serious, Lakeisha. That's just how serious. That's. Hey, y'all hear that? That's one of the military planes just flew over my head. That thing felt kind of low. Yeah, that's real talk right there, Lakeisha. Real talk. Yeah, Gertz, I don't got quite a few lies with Gertz. Well, Gertz, you gotta understand, man. Some of these people don't be want they get on it because I ask them, but they really don't be wanting to do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like begrudgingly. I got to pull their leg a little bit. You know? Yeah, body in the window. Very serious. Drive through funeral home. Just think because if you own a funeral home that was in a notorious neighborhood, you know what I mean, and they brought people over there that wasn't from that neighborhood, and dudes in that neighborhood would go in there and do something to it. DVD fresh out, the skillet, Melly Mel, you know everybody and everything. True OG, right on. You wouldn't want nobody come over there, tearing up your establishment. And sometimes, the the you know the opposite side of the team, they didn't want to come over there. They had no funeral in Santa, you know, they. But sometimes parents don't be caring about that. They just don't. You know, they be like, that's a you problem, not us, not our problem. You know, because they parents, they ain't been in no gang. They just want to bury their child. But then they find out the politics are real and people are doing, outrageous things. You know. Here in London, at funeral, we have a cup of tea. That's right. I think I would enjoy that. You know, that'll make me feel comfortable about where I'm at. Having a nice cup of tea, some green tea or something. Uh, Shout out to Gertie. Yeah, Lakeisha, yeah. Where's my man at? Where's my man at Gunner at? Lakeisha, where your cousin at? I'm about to tap in with him, man. We got some other cats, right, from Jersey that also tapped in with me. One of them is actually original Compton Crip from Park Village. He lives in Jersey now. I talked to him. I talked to him in Stone, CC, Billingsley, one of the Billingsley's. Yeah, so Billingsley. I said it now. That's proper. So yeah, I'm gonna get Billingsley on and call him CC. They call him Compton Crip out there, and I'm gonna get him and Stone on. They out in Jersey, so yeah. Yeah, I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure, bro. Yeah, everybody. He used to come by his work from us, bro. Everybody in Compton used to come over there at the time. You know, we had the candy shop. We had the first in the hood in and out burgers. They used to be lined up. You know how the people be lined up for in. Some of you guys from in and out from out of state, you may not understand the in and out burger thing, but people, man, they line up in cars for a mile just to get an in and out burger. That's how they was lined up at the spot. Yeah. Notorious Legs Diamond. How can I see the shout out? Hmm. I know when Easy did that Compton Real G's, he had Gertz in the video right there pointing at his neck. Compton, Compton. Love this chat. Yeah, well, spread the news, Lakeisha. Get everybody in Jersey. Get them on this because the guys, I want to get with those guys out in Jersey. I actually want to go to Jersey and sit down and speak with them. You know what I mean? And just get engaged in a real good topic and try to get us some clarity to what they're trying to do or not do. You know what I mean? And try to help them understand that we can put some brilliance behind this and make it a lot better. That's my goal, to put some brilliance behind it, put some intelligence, and just dress it up and make it a whole lot. Because even the Slossons and the businessmen, they were once notorious, but they're now social clubs, right? Here in Los Angeles, they're now social clubs. They give nice picnics and parties and, and just feed the community and all that. Yeah, countrywide. Yeah, there you go. That would be countrywide. Oh, who you talking about? You talking about Horace now? Horace Cowboy and 8 Ball? Yeah, they're my little homies. They was out in Texas when they did the interview. You should be a motivational speaker. Yeah, I thought about it. Whatever it takes, bro. Eric, whatever it takes. That's where I'm at, man. Whatever it takes. Okay. Well, you can speak at the schools. I work at. Okay, yeah, definitely. Definitely. The guys are talking about actually putting together something so they can get me out there, Lakeisha. Yeah, there something is going on behind the scenes. I'll be speaking to them maybe tomorrow, and we'll work it out. I think it was in Compton. It's old, like the '90s. I think. Yeah. Let's see. Right on, man. I appreciate that, Eric. Thank you, man. Your donations do help. Trust me, they do help. Yeah, yeah. You saw my little homies right there. Go listen to that song. It's on YouTube. It's called World War. World War Santana or something like that. Go look Google the name Richard Domi World War. And you'll see them, man. The youngsters on there, they go in on that. You guys go listen to World War on YouTube. Richard Dummy is the guy that did the video. Just put Richard Dummy, 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 right? And put World War. And you see all my little homies. They was wilding in that thing. Go check it out, man. It's it's quite interesting. Yeah, interview Slick on numerous occasions, bro. Anytime I get the chance to go by Slick's house, we do a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Armando. You're right. No worries, Eric. No worries, man. No worries. It's the crazy thing about it, right? You see all these dudes like the Mustafa Williams, man. They be on every platform, every social media, every social media app, but they never be on Cash App. But they got some of the most ridiculous questions. You know what I mean? You know, it's funny, man. Funny. Yeah, Mills is my childhood friend. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You talking about World War? There you go. That's it. That's it right there. You guys go look at that in YouTube. It's World War 722 on YouTube. Check that out. My little homies, they went in on that one. They went in. Barry in the house. What's up, Dwayne? What part of the Bay Area? Are you in Oakland, San Francisco? What part? So you know, little Daryl Reed, that's my man. JB from Hunters Point, that's my man too. James Beasley and Daryl Reed. Daryl Reed is little D, little partner out of Oakland, and also Black out of Oakland. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to all my Oakland and Frisco boys, man. Right on. Yeah, yeah. Just try to stop dissing each other. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gas Grove. You're right. It's funny, right? It's funny, man. These dudes is funny. It's funny. There's a name, got a gutter boy that's rapping. He's from the 72 called the Gutter Boy. Fill out, y'all. Go check it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 30 shots. 30 shots. Let's see. Blue Devils on there. Uh number six. He's on there. And they had the homegirl on there. I don't know why they took her off, but she was on there too. I appreciate it, Lakeisha. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah. 1987, right. But you see the 1984, right? You see 1984, 87, but there's also one done by Horace, 8 Ball, and Cowboy. They did an interview too out in Texas. They now live in Texas, actually. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to everybody in Texas except for Charlatan White. That's the only person I ain't messing with. Charlatan White. Charlatan White is the epitome of 1710. Okay, cool. One love, Lakeisha. Marlena Williams. Well, I guess it's been almost 2 hours. It's been almost 2 hours, and we did the work tonight, and I appreciate you guys taking a ride with me. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take the ride on out. Shout out to Lakeisha. Shout out to Marlena Williams. Shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Blue Money, Mar, Will, Vontae, Notorious Legs Diamond, Eric, Dwayne Harris, Lakeisha again, Armando, and my man Mike Mars. You got it, man. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to the Mailroom Goons. Shout out to Mailroom Nation. Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Post, man, you know the vibe. Click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's first and the 15th, man. And you know the vibe. We are gone. We are gone. We are gone.